welcome back to the channel, and if you are new here, my name is Misty, and today I am bringing you another episode of our Decades Legacy Challenge. If you want to be part of the Raven family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so it notifies you when new things go live on the channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and get right to it. As you can see, today in the game is Armistice Day, and that is a memorial day for the fallen and lost soldiers, and it is kind of like a memorial day back in the Decades Challenge. And so our family is going to be celebrating that today. It is late 1925, and they are just sitting here having a little bit of a bite to eat here this early Monday morning, and they are just having a bit of a thankful spirit. They need to tell each other stories, and then they also need to have a remembrance. So we are going to be taking our family out to the memorial grounds so that they can pay their respects to the fallen soldiers. As we know, that is something that Liam definitely would want to do, being that he is a veteran and he had lost brothers that were in the war with him, as well as he lost his father to the war, and he lost some brother-in-laws in the war. So he is definitely going to want to go and pay his respects at the memorial grounds. So we are just, spending some time with our lovely wife here. And he asked her how she's doing, and she said things could be better, but she couldn't really complain. And I think that could probably be true. I mean, if you think about it, she is pregnant, and she does, as we know, have to deal with a lot of morning sickness when she gets pregnant. She doesn't really handle pregnancy very well, so I could see that she definitely would have problems with dealing with that. And Merida is calling, wanting to know if she wants us to allow her to come over. Everyone's probably calling, wanting to know how Liam is doing on today. They probably are a little bit concerned with him, knowing that he is a veteran, and today would probably be pretty hard on him, being that, he does probably have a little bit of PTSD from being a veteran and things of that nature. So everyone is calling, just checking on him, seeing how he's doing on this Armistice Day, and are you okay? Are you feeling all right? Do you want company? Do you want us to come over and celebrate this holiday with you? It is a somber day, and of course he doesn't look like he's too bothered at this present moment. He's just having a little bit of a dance with his lovely bride, and they are just feeling very much enamored with one another. And she's like, Liam, I just want to thank you for your service. I'm so glad that you made it home to me. I know there are a lot of families that weren't that lucky, and she's just feeling really thankful that he actually made it home. There are a lot of people, Cora included, that aren't that lucky, and she's realizing how lucky she really is to have Liam in her life when so many others lost their spouses in this war. And that's what we're having to remember on today's events, is that there are a lot of men that lost their lives in the battleground. So let's go ahead and head over to the memorial grounds now so that we can pay our respects. So as we know, the memorial grounds are here in Strangerville, so we are just going to go with our entire family here. We're not going to take everyone, we're just going to take our immediate family, so it'll just be Gemma and the children that we're going to go to the memorial grounds, and we're going to have Liam take all of his wife and his children to the memorial grounds. That way he can tell them some stories about the memorial and just say to them, this is where all of our family is buried, along with the other men that fought in the war, that lost their lives in World War I. And they're like, oh my goodness. And he's like, exactly. Your grandpa would, he was buried out here, and your uncles are buried out here. And, he's now telling them the story of the war, and, just letting them know what happened with that. And they're like, listening to this story. Some of them are, talking amongst themselves, but as you can see, little Joseph is listening very intently to this story. And Gemma's just laying down watching the clouds go by, and he is, looking at the headstones and looking at the memorial plaques, and he's just reminiscing on the time he spent out in the battlefield with his other brothers in war, and thinking about his family, and thinking about all of that time and how far he's come since then. And Gemma's just standing on, watching him pay his respects. And he's going to come to her, and he's just going to thank her for allowing him to bring the children out here so that he can explain to them the importance of not only this day, but this land and what it means to him. And, thank you so much, Gemma, he says, for supporting me in this. I really appreciate that. I know that, sometimes you don't understand what it means to me, but your support means so much. And she's like, well, of course, Liam. Of course I would support you in everything. So they're going to go ahead and head on home now that they've paid their respects, and they will finish on with their day at the house. And now that we are back at the home, we just need to go ahead and let Liam do what it is that he does best, which is repair the things at home that are falling apart. So we know that he's a pretty handy guy, so he's just going to go ahead and repair this toilet while Gemma is tending to the children. So she's just helping Booker get something in his belly here. She's going to get him something to eat, and the girls are just tending to themselves. So it does look like Lindsay there is just getting herself a bath, and Norma is just kind of fiddling around the house a little bit. And Liam's like, well, I might as well use the toilet that I just fixed, because, I gotta go. And Liam is just cleaning up a little bit around the house, which we know that he likes to do. And I am just going to go ahead and let Gemma here play a little bit of piano on this somber day. She doesn't really have anything that she needs to do here on Armistice Day. She doesn't really, have anything one way or the other that she really cares to do as far as checking off any of the items. This day really is more for Liam, and she could really, not that she doesn't care, but she just doesn't, she wasn't really part of the war as far as that goes. It didn't really affect her one way or the other than, Liam kind of went off while she was a teenager and in boarding school, and she was just waiting for him to come back, which he did. So other than that, she wasn't really super affected by this war, and so she's just not one to really celebrate. But she is going to go ahead and play a little tune on the piano, and that, as we know, does get her fun up. So she is just, feeling a little bit like she needs to play a little bit. And the children are all just kind of tending to themselves here and having a pretty good, decent day. Everyone's in a pretty decent mood overall. They enjoyed the outing. They have enjoyed the storytelling that their dad has been giving them. And overall, I think everyone in the family is, even though it is a pretty somber day, they are feeling in a pretty happy spirits. So Gemma is just in the kitchen cooking up some food, and I am just going to get Liam in here into the bedroom so he can get some reading done to work on his aspiration, because as we know, that is still something that we need him working on. He has to read 3 books, and so far he's only read 1 of the 3 books that he needs to read. And Gemma here has to help a child with homework 2 times, so that's something that she needs to work on. So we will be helping some children with some homework at some point as well. And the children are just conversating here in the kitchen, but she is going to go ahead and, after she's done eating her food, she's going to do a little bit of laundry. Did you hear about the Italian chef that died? He passed away. Did I make you laugh? Oh, Cora, what are you like? Anyhow, as I was saying, she's going to get a little bit of laundry done, and she's going to call the family to come and grab a serving of this meal that she has made for them, and then they can all get some nice warm food in their stomachs, which is lovely. Liam is just going behind her and cleaning up, or not. Yes, Liam, why don't you clean that up? No, I'll do it for you. Okay. So she's headed out to do a little bit of laundry. The girls are just playing some dolls. Everyone, like I said, is in a pretty good place. Even she is in a pretty fine mood, even though she is very, very pregnant. And look at her just doing some laundry like, okay, this is my life. Chores, chores, laundry never ends. Not in this house, it doesn't. And, you know, if you keep popping out kids, the laundry is just going to keep on coming. That's just the way things rolls. Like, the more people you have in the house, the more laundry there is to do, sweet girl. Like, that's just the way it works. And she's just scrubbing. So I'm going to go ahead and get her to hang these clothes on the line because they are now clean. And so we will let her stop washing. She can call them to a meal, and then we will hang the clothes on the line. You can be done with that, sweet girl. That's enough. They're clean. She's like, God, this is a workout. Well, I told you to stop. And once again, Merida is calling. I really think Merida is extremely worried about her little brother, Liam. Like, she has already called us twice today. So I really, really think that she is worried about Liam and his mental state on this Armistice Day. And I don't know if she's actually going to come visit or not, but she is definitely calling and ringing him quite a bit. So he seems to be okay mentally, though, I think. I think that it was good for him to go to the memorial and to say his respects and, you know, spend time with his family explaining, you know, about the war and about the loss. And I think that that was cathartic for him. And now he's surrounded by people that he loves, and, you know, he's healing, I think. You know, you can see a change in Liam. He is not the same young man that he used to be. Like, you can tell, like, the love that he has for his family and the love that's surrounding him in this family, I think has done a lot for him and has healed him quite a bit. So he's not the Liam that Merida grew up with, this angry child that was constantly in a bad place, or even the Liam that recently had come back from war. He's a completely different Liam now. The love of Gemma and his children has really changed him. We have a very angry Joseph who needs to get to bed, so hopefully somebody will help him out. He's just having himself a little bit of food here, but then he needs to get himself into a bed, something fierce, because he is extremely tired and it is really sullying his mood. So I am actually just going to go ahead and get Gemma here to come in and put him to bed. So she's going to stop playing her piano and come in and say to him, like, are you ready to go down for the evening? Because I think it's time for you to go to bed. And he's like, yep, I think so too. So he's going to let Mom go ahead and carry him up to bed. And she's just going to take him on upstairs and tuck him in. She's like, come on, sweet Joseph, let's go ahead and go up to bed. And now Rose is calling, wanting to know if she can come on over and she can visit. So all of his sisters are extremely worried about him today. I really think that they are all banding together, and they're not going to leave him alone until he lets at least one of them come visit. And to be completely honest, Rose is his twin, so I think if any of the sisters should come and visit, it would probably be Rose that he would allow to come over. So we're going to let Rose come on over and visit, and just let Rose come and check on him and make sure everything's okay. So as you can see, Rose has come... Oh my goodness. Rose has come over, and she is pregnant, guys. So Rose is expecting. We have Gemma and Rose out here on the front step, and we have greeted her and said, oh my gosh, Rose, I didn't know you were pregnant. And she's like, yes, I am. And she's like, how far along are you? And she's like, well, not as far along as you are, Gemma. And Gemma's like, I know, I'm getting so big. And she's like, well, how far along are you? And she's like, I think I'm probably close to my second trimester. And she's like, Yeah, I'm heading close into my third. So they are pregnant together, these two, and as you can see, they are getting along smashingly, and they're just talking about their pregnancies and how pregnancy's treating them, and she's like, I didn't even know you guys were trying, and she's like, we weren't trying, and they're just kind of laughing about that. And she's like, you know, these things sometimes just kind of creep up on you, and she's like, yes, they do. We weren't trying either, and look at me. And she's like, yeah, we weren't really trying either. We literally just had a baby, and now here we are pregnant again. And she's like, well, look at us. We've got Booker and Joseph, and now here we're pregnant again too. So yeah, I completely understand. So they're pregnant together, and I mean, what are the odds of that happening? So, you know, she's super excited about the fact that they're expecting together, and she's like, our kids are going to be able to grow up together, and they're going to play together. You know, it's so nice that they're going to have, you know, they're going to be close, you know, closely related in age, and they're cousins that are going to be able to grow up together, and that's so nice. And hopefully they're going to be as close, you know, as you and Liam were. You know, it'll be so nice for our kids to be able to be close in age growing up together, and I hope that's the case. So she's going to go in, and she's just going to tell Liam, like, I'm so excited that Rose came over to visit. Thank you so much. And I didn't know that she was pregnant, and he's like, I didn't know that either. And so they're in here just dancing, carrying on. But we've invited Rose to come over anytime she wants, because they are obviously very, very close to Rose, being that she is Liam's twin. So she's welcome in the house anytime she wants, and they've offered her a residence key so that she can visit and come over anytime she pleases. And these two are just so madly in love that they just can't keep their hands off one another, clearly. But we are going to go ahead and get everyone wrapped up and get them into bed, because it is 11 at night. And now it is the next morning. It's about 6:50 in the morning. And as you can see, Gemma is up, and she's just in here in the bathroom, and she's like, I need to brush my teeth. I feel like my teeth are just so nasty. So she's taking care of some of her personal hygiene, and she's thinking about some of her friends that she hasn't talked to in a while, and she's just kind of reminiscing on, you know, her life and her friends, and just about how far she's come in her life, and thinking to herself, like, I wonder how, you know, my friends are doing, and what their lives have you know, led them to. You know, I am, you know, with my love of my life, and I've got all these beautiful children. And this wasn't a life that I necessarily saw for myself with all these kids. Like, I didn't expect to have this many children. I don't know, Liam said that he loved kids, and he was in a big, you know, he was part of a big family. But when he said, you know, he loved kids and he wanted a lot of kids, she didn't really think that that's what he meant. She really didn't. I think she probably thought they were going to have like 2 kids maybe, and then that was going to be it. But Liam's one of 12, so... Just going to serve some breakfast here bright and early this morning and get that going for the family. So she is just whipping this breakfast up and just, you know, enjoying her alone time here in the kitchen with her daughter, just making a little bit of breakfast. She has reached level 4 of the cooking skills, so she is getting a little bit better at this cooking thing. And she is massively pregnant, and I think that she will be giving birth to this baby quite soon, or at least I hope so. And as you can see, Lindsay's just cleaning up after herself. She had gone ahead and helped herself to some breakfast this morning out of the fridge, and now Liam is coming on into the kitchen. He's just going to go ahead and set the table here for Miss Gemma. He likes to have a nice set table, so he's doing that while she goes ahead and gets the food set out on the counter. Lindsay is off to school, Norma is off to school, and Booker and Joseph are still just asleep. She has gone ahead and served the breakfast here, and she's having herself a plate because she's like, I'm not waiting for anyone. I'm hungry. This baby's hungry. And so I'm just going to go ahead and get Booker and Joseph up and get them a plate so that they can eat as well, because I'm sure that they are quite hungry also. Liam most likely does need to go ahead and head into work today because it is a Tuesday and we know that he works very hard. And ooh, poor Booker is stanky and he needs a bath. Someone is going to have to bathe that poor little fella. So guess who that means? That means you. Yes, ma'am, it does. Gemma, you're going to need to give that poor little tyke a bath because he is some kind of rotten. Whew. So I'm going to have to get her up there to take care of Booker. So she's just going to go ahead and go on upstairs and talk to Mr. Booker there. So we'll just head her on up the steps here. And she's like, gosh, getting up these steps is getting harder and harder. He's like, what is it, Mama? And she's like, oh, son, you smell. And he's like, I know I do. And he's like, I'm hungry and I'm dirty. And she's like, yes, sir, you are. And he's like, but I have to go to school now, Mom. I don't have time for a bath. I've got to go. I'm running late. And so he's running out the door. And she's like, but Booker. And he's like, no, Mama, I have to go. And she's like, but Booker. And he's like, no, I've got to go. She's like, fine. So she's heading off to the washroom. So Joseph and Booker are headed off to school, and we just got a notification that tomorrow is the 1926. And once she is done in there cleaning up the bathroom, I'm just going to have her come back outside and deal with some of the laundry. The stuff on the line is dry, so it is time to put it away. And there is, of course, more wash that needs to be done. And so actually, you know what? I'm going to get Liam to do that. It is too hard for her to bend over the wash tub. So I'm just going to have her actually wash this toilet here. Oh, Joseph actually didn't go off to school. What are you doing hiding there? He's like, no, I'm going to go and get me something to eat. Screw going to school. I'm eating breakfast. All right, Joseph. Good on you, son. When you're done eating, though, Mama's going to have to give you a bath, too, because you're nasty as well. So once he's done eating, we will get Gemma to get him a bath because he is gross. So we'll just let him eat his breakfast and then we'll give him a bubble bath. And she's like, ugh, everything in this house is so disgusting, including the children. Yeah, they really are. And so let's clean everybody up and clean everything up because, ugh, it's nasty. These children are nasty. The house is nasty. And she's like so uncomfortable because of all the dirty things. And look at her just stand there. She's like, hurry up and eat your food. Oh, Booker decided to stay home and eat too. He's like, I'm starving. I got to get something in my belly. So all of the children, well, the big girls are still at school. But the boys decided they were going to head to daycare. But then they were like, you know what? We're starving. Let's eat. So we're going to do meals for them, and then we're going to do baths. And Liam, I thought you had work today, but I guess you have the day off? Are you on family leave, sir? Maybe he is. I would hope he's on family leave as big as she is, but only time will tell if she's going to go into labor. Thank God you're helping out with the wash, though, because honestly, I just don't see her being able to get herself over that wash bin. He's like, that's fine. I can do it. All right. She is bathing Mr. Joseph, which we love to see. He put his plate on the back of that toilet. So that's disgusting. But we've bathed him. So there's one child clean. And then he shit his pants. We love that. All right. And of course, we've got another one that needs us. So, all right, Booker. We're going to go ahead and potty train Joseph while Booker eats. You know, since you're shitting your pants and all, why don't we actually teach you how to use the potty? He's like, okay, we can do that, Mama. She's like, yeah, let's do that. Because you know what? Soon we're going to have a baby in here, and I've got enough diapers to change. with a newborn. Alright, I think those are clean, Liam. You've scrubbed them till scrubbing ain't got no more scrub in them. So he's going to go ahead and hang those up. She's potty training Joseph. Booker's having himself some food. He is pissed off because he's nasty. Well, you know, I'd say so. I'd say so. Your mama's going to give you a bath. Maybe I can get your daddy to give you a bath. Liam, will you bathe him? We'll get Liam to give you a bath, sir. Go ahead and give him a bath. So Liam's going to give him a bath while she potty trains Joseph and she mops and she does all of the other things in the house. Lord, let's get rid of this bowl. It's nasty. She can clean this sink up. Everything in this house is falling the hell apart. What is going on in this joint? It is ridiculous. Look at her. She's like, oh, I can't take it. I'm very uncomfortable. This house is a bloody wreck. Every time I turn around, I'm having to clean something. I know. It's falling apart. I really feel bad for her. She's got all these freaking kids. She's pregnant. Everything is needing to be scrubbed down. Even the children are needing to be scrubbed down. Alright, Liam's got Booker. Booker's going into the tub. She's like, look at this house. Okay, things are getting unpleasant now. She's in her third trimester. Yeah. Yeah. She's huge. Alright, she's mopping things up. He's giving him a bath. She's like, why are you guys making such a big mess? Can you not see me trying to clean? Can you not do this? Can you just not make a mess? Can't you see I'm cleaning this bathroom as fast as you guys are making a mess? And they're like, honey, calm down. And she's like, no, I can't take it. I can't take this mess any longer. It's driving me. She's like, oh my God, I'm taking the trash out. I've just got to get this house cleaned up. I can't take it anymore. The smells and the dirt and everything. And she's losing her mind. You have to understand, she's pregnant. Her nose is probably really, really strong right now because of her being pregnant. So every little thing is probably just like 10 times worse. The girls are home from school and she is just helping them with their homework currently, which we love because now she's working on her aspiration. And she has already helped one child with homework once. When she is done helping Lindsay, she can help little Norma there. Alright, she's like, good job, Lindsay. Good job with your homework. Alright, and Norma, it's time for me to help you with yours. So she's going to go ahead and help Norma with her homework. And that completed that portion of her milestone. And now she needs to max her parenting skill and go into full parent mode and then mentor her child 3 times. So she does have some more things that she has to do as a stay-at-home parent in order for her to meet her aspiration. And we are slowly working on getting those things done. So Gemma is well on her way working on that aspiration, which we love to see. Liam, on the other hand, is really slowly working on his. He only has to read probably one more book on his, but he's just taking his sweet time. He's not in any kind of rush. He, truth be known, is not in any rush at all, and I don't know why that is, but to be completely honest, even though he's a nerd brain, he just doesn't really want to work on it. I have a hard time getting him to actually read and things like that. He would much rather be dealing with his children or cleaning up. So maybe we might even consider giving him a different aspiration because it doesn't seem that that one is really something he's into. Last recess, no one wanted to play with me. I just climbed around. If that happens, what should I do? Well, you can ask other kids to join in. And we've now increased her conflict resolution, which we love. And Mom is playing with Lindsay with dolls. And so they are just having a little bit of mother-daughter time together, which is great because we love seeing her interact with her kids. And she's like, all right, sweetheart, I have to go check on little Joseph and find out what is wrong with him. Everybody now is going down here to check on Joseph. What is Joseph doing? And she's come down here and she's checking on Joseph. Okay, little buddy, what's wrong with you? All right, we pick you up, we put you down. That's how the Sims do. And now we're going to love our husband. Well, it's just time for a little bit of a dance. We are realizing there's nothing wrong with Joseph, so Gemma and Liam are just going to have a little bit of a slow dance because, well, hell, why not? Okay, so Liam was off today. He had a vacation day because of family leave, and so that was great. Thank God for family leave and time off because, to be completely honest, we desperately needed his help today because Gemma is huge. Okay? She is about to pop this kid out at any moment. Well, if you have to go to the bathroom, Norma, just go. You don't have to stand there and do the pee-pee dance. We're in our 3rd trimester. We can give birth at any time. And they are having some sentimental swaying from dancing with someone you care about. We absolutely love to see that. She is feeling very confident from having some togetherness with her husband, and she's in the adoring company of him, and she's feeling like she's also been a great teacher from mentoring her children with their homework. So Gemma is in a fantastic mood currently, and I absolutely love to see that out of her. Joseph is in a very foul mood. I think he's probably tired. And Gemma is hungry. You should probably go get yourself something to eat, sweet Gemma. She's like, I'll get myself something to eat after I deal with Joseph. Joseph needs me. I don't know what's wrong with him, but I have to go check on my son. Okay. Go check on your boy, and then you need to... She's like, okay, Joseph can deal with Joseph. I just realized I'm starving to death. Okay. She's funny. Joseph is just tired. He needs to go to bed, and he can put himself into his bed. So Joseph's headed off to bed, and Gemma's headed off to food. Everything in the kitchen is spoiled because no one put it in the fridge. So let's throw all this out, and you need to go ahead and get yourself something to eat, sweet girl, because you are starving. Why are you headed back up to Joseph again? I told you Joseph can take care of himself. Just come down here and get yourself some leftovers. There's got to be something in the fridge that you can eat. There has to be something. There's a lot of things in the fridge that need to be thrown out. There's literally nothing in the fridge for her to eat other than strawberry jam. So guess what she's about to eat? That's right, strawberry jam. And then you're going to have to make some food because there's nothing in here to eat. I'm going to let you eat some strawberry jam, and then you can serve some dinner. Italian meatballs sounds delicious. So that's what we'll have. That's right. She's actually just eating a jar of strawberry jam. I know that is the strangest meal anyone has ever just... Like, who just actually takes a jar of strawberry jam out and just eats it? Gemma does. Okay? Don't judge. She's in her 3rd trimester of pregnancy, and she was starving. We're not judging people. We're not doing that. Not today. Okay? She needed to eat, and she needed to eat right away. She couldn't even wait to make Italian meatballs. She needed food. She needed to feed that baby. Okay? That's just the way things work in The Sims. Now she's making some Italian meatballs. That way her family will have food and they don't have to eat jars of strawberry jam. Priorities. She's got them. She's got priorities. She understands what's up. She ate strawberry jam so her family didn't have to. Look at her go. What a queen. We love it. She's broken the damn stove, and now we've got a gas leak. You know? It happens. You do not need to eat that, though. I don't think you're hungry. She is hungry, actually. Go ahead and eat that. The strawberry jam clearly didn't do much for her. So go pee, and then I'll let you eat those meatballs. It'll be fine. Just don't eat the meatballs on the toilet, because that's not sanitary. Okay? We're going to throw away this trash, and then we're going to use the bathroom and eat those meatballs. Not on the toilet. Don't eat them on the toilet. If you pull a plate out right now, me and you are no longer going to be able to be friends. Alright, so she's just going to have those Italian meatballs, and then I'm going to head her off to bed because it is about 9 o'clock at night, and as a matter of fact, everyone in the family should actually get some rest. Tomorrow is 1926, and I guarantee you tomorrow will be the day that she will go into labor because she's had this baby in her for far too long, and she's freaking massive. Therefore, my senses tell me that she will have this baby. That's right. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. She's going to rock in this rocking chair while she eats meatballs. I've actually never seen this happen, but she is going to show me now that this is how this works. So, we love it. Look at her. She's like, I'm freaking exhausted. I can't handle this pregnancy any longer. And she's got a mood swing because she's sad and dark circles under her eyes. Girl, eat your meatballs and go to bed. Just do it. No, don't worry about Joseph. Just go to bed. I don't even want you dealing with the children. The children can handle themselves. Not smart enough. I've been trying to do homework, but the last few assignments have felt really hard. Girl, more time. Practice makes perfect. Now we've gotten your responsibility up. We are crushing those character values. Yes, we are. All right. Let's go to bed. Come on, Gemma. Hit the hay. Everyone, head to bed. Norma, bed. Norma, what the hell? You're just sitting there playing chess and you're starving. All right, children, come eat. All right, everyone's going to deal with their needs. We've got some children that are hungry, so we're going to let them eat, and then everyone's going to bed. That's how that's working. And then I will catch back with you guys in the morning. It's 4:30 in the morning and Gemma is up. Everyone else is asleep except for Lindsay. Gemma has woken up and she has to pee something fierce, and she's starving half to death. So I'm going to have her head off to the washroom here. She needs to go seriously bad. So we're going to let her go wee, and then she can get herself something to eat. That is the order of events this morning because she is in a really bad way. Are you serious? Okay, she had a meatball in her pocket, so she's having that. You could have washed your hands after you used the bathroom. That was disgusting. All right, great. So we just broke the sink. Let's go ahead and fix that. So we are a repair woman this morning as well. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. She's having a rough go of it. She's like not liking the fact that, oh, and now Joseph's in here. Well, good morning, little buddy. What are you doing up so early? Everyone's up early. So we have a Joseph that is up, and we have a Lindsay that is up. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing up so early. Oh, Lindsay's coming to help clean up. Aren't you a sweet little bean? We love that, and we love that you're helping. Booker and Joseph are getting up and heading off to school. It would seem they have school within the next hour, so they're heading off to school. Booker is very hungry. Well, Booker, I'm sorry to hear that. We are going to feed you, I promise. We will pull some food out of the fridge. Right now, though, Mom is in the process of fixing the sink. She is doing some majorly important... It's happening! The baby's getting born. Oh, shit. We've just gone into labor. Okay, so we have 2 children that are hungry and need to go to daycare. We have a mom that is about to pee herself. She's finally going to the bathroom. She's starving, but she's also in labor. So guess what that means? The children are going to have to go to daycare the way they are, in the nature of things, the way they are, hungry and all. Certainly the daycare will take care of them and they will understand. It is 1926 and she is in labor and we have to head off to the hospital. So let's go ahead and head her to the hospital so that we can have this baby, and we need to get this baby out of her. She is like, I am done. Liam, let's go. So we're heading to the hospital. No, honey, you don't even have time to eat that meatball. You just, no. Okay, we have arrived at the hospital, and it is time for us to go ahead and get checked in and have the doctors check her for her dilation and see how far we are dilated. It is time. The baby is going to be getting born soon. Our water has broken. Everyone is standing in it, which is quite gross if you think about it, but it is what it is. People, this is natural. And she is just going to go on in here and go to the exam bed, and we're going to have a doctor come and check our dilation and see how far along we are dilated. We may lose Liam. He may end up going to work on us, and we won't be able to have Liam with us. So we may end up having this baby by ourselves, which kind of sucks. But you know what? Gemma is a queen, and so if that is the case, she can handle it. She can. She's just getting a little bit of exercising on this ball. She's like, I'm going to work this baby out of me if it's the last thing I do. And look at her go. She's like, God, this hurts. I seem to remember this. They say that you forget once you look at your baby, that you forget the pain of labor. And you know what? That's kind of true until you have the pregnancy the second time. And now here we are the third time. And there just is nothing like this kind of pain. All right, so all 4 of our children are off to their respective places of school and or daycare. And Liam is just wandering the halls of the hospital, not sure what exactly he's supposed to do with himself. And poor Gemma is just struggling on this exercise ball. She's like, whew. Oh God, this labor is just, it's the pits. It really is, Gemma, and I'm so sorry that you're having to go through this again. But as long as Liam is around and you two are as lovable with one another as you are, this is, sweetheart, just the way it has to be. So once you're done exercising on this ball, we'll go ahead and we'll have the doctor get her to get the doctor to check her dilation again. So let's go ahead and have her get checked one more time and see how far along we're dilated. So she's like, okay, doc, it's time for you to check me. So she's just waiting on the doctor. And the doctor's like, all right, Gemma, go ahead and sit back. You know the drill. She's like, yeah, this ain't my first rodeo, doc. He's like, okay, let's take a look. Oh, Gemma. Well, you know, believe it or not, Gemma, you're currently at 6 centimeters dilated. And she's like, okay, doc, that's great news. I'm just going to go and grab myself a bite to eat. So Gemma is kind of hungry. She's going to go ahead and get herself something to eat. So she's just going to go ahead and walk into the little cafeteria here at the hospital and grab herself a bite to eat because she is feeling quite hungry. Labor really takes it out of you, and she's going to get herself some food. That way she can have her hunger up so she can be ready for when it's time for her to actually go into labor and push this baby out, because it is getting close to that time. So once she's done having this food, we'll have her go back over to the exercise ball and she can exercise again. And then we'll get the doctor to check her once more for her to see how far along she's dilated. Oh, the doctor's come to clean up. Thank you so much, Doc. We appreciate good, nice, clean hospital. Very sterile environment. We appreciate that more than you know. She's like dancing to the music, tapping her little foot. She's like, this is a nice environment. Oh, she's very uncomfortable. It's go time. It's almost time. The baby's ready to come out. She's trying her hardest to focus, but the pain is becoming more and more unbearable. And she's tired, but she's happy, and she's enjoying her solitude, and she's so tired, and she's kind of disgusting teeth. All right, so she has done her little exercises after eating, and now she's going to go ahead and get the doc to check her dilation again, and the doctor is going to tell her how far along she is dilated here. So let's just see how far along she's dilated. You are fully dilated. Talk to one of our obstetricians to go into labor right away. All right, so it is time, and we are about to have this baby. So it's time for Gemma to push. So come on, Gemma. And as you can see, Liam has left us. He had to go to work. I was afraid of that. So we are on our own. And Gemma is pushing this baby out. Come on, Gemma. You can do it. Push, Gemma. She's like, oh my God, I hate this part. I know, but you're almost there. This is the home stretch. She's like, freaking labor sucks. I know it does. Alright, and it's a boy. Gemma just gave birth to a baby boy. What are we going to call him? So let's look at the wheel and give it a spin. And we are going to name this baby Edmund. So this baby's name is Edmund O'Hara. And Edmund is now being born. One final push, Gemma. And she did it. Edmund has officially arrived. And Gemma and Liam now have themselves another son. And I am going to leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live. And until the next time, I am going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.